Hello, guys. How are you? Welcome. My name is Diego, and today I'm going to be here with you in Basic 2 Week 3. Okay, guys, what are we going to do for today? Well, we're going to learn some things about the following topics. Talk about your experiences and your plans using will, going to, and the modal verbs. Okay? Well, so let's see. Here we go first with a war map. Okay? Let's check it out, okay? Well, let's check. Let's start, guys, with this short exercise. Okay, here we go. Well, he will be or is going to be. Well, guys, if you say is going to be, because we don't know, we don't have idea. Will, we use it for predictions without evidence, okay? But what happened here? We have here the next week. You say, teacher, will? No will, guys. We are going to use be going to because the expression be going to, as it says, it expresses basically a way to express a plan, right? Okay, now my phone is broken, so I'm going to buy. Why? Because we have the expression needs, it's a plan, it's an intention. So immediately we have to use be going to, okay? Immediately, be going to. No doubts about it, right? Now, I think, the expression I think, you are not sure. So I think we will lose the match, okay? Now, a lot of attention here. Read this book. I think, again, I consider, I'm not sure, you will love it. Okay, that's great. Now, I when I get older. So you are not sure. Remember the first one was wrong? So here we go again. Will be. Now it's right because we don't have any idea what is going to happen next. My friends and I, video games tomorrow. So it's a plan, it's an intention we're going to use, are going to, okay? Now, my friends and I, look at this. I will go to the beach or I am going to go to the beach? Well, basically, in this occasion, it's a plan, it's an intention. We have the expression nets. So we're going to use the be going to, I'm going to, okay? Well, let's go ahead with this one. She TikToks after school. So, what is the answer, guys? Well, actually here, guys, the answer is be going to. Why? Because she's having a plan, an intention after school. And here we go with the last one. I think we will have or are going to have. It's a prediction with no evidence. So I think we will have. Okay? All right, that's right. Good job, guys. Now, what are we going to do? Let's go ahead with this. We are going to continue now with this warming up. Okay? The adverbs of time. Well, what are the adverbs of time? An adverb of time is a type of adverb that provides information about when an action or event occurs. These adverbs help specify the timing, the duration, or frequency of an action by answering questions like when or how often, or examples like that include now, today, soon, yesterday, always, and often. Okay? Well, the adverbs of time play a crucial role in adding temporal context to sentences, allowing us to express the precise moment, frequency, or duration of an action or event. They enhance communication by helping us convey when something happened and or will happen, aiding in clearer and more structured language. Okay? Well, so basically they help us to identify the time. Well, guys, here we have some type of adverbs, a list of adverbs, an example of adverbs type. For example, type of adverb of time: always, frequently, rarely, and never. Okay. And also, time adverbs is to talk about when something happened or will happen, like now, soon, presently, and tomorrow. Okay. Adverbs of duration: briefly, long, suddenly, and quickly. All right. Adverbs of certainty: well, we use it to talk about how certain is something, like definitely, certain, possibly, and probably. Okay. Now, we have here a list of time adverbs, for example, like suddenly, quickly, definitely, certainly, possibly, always, frequently, rarely, never, now, soon, recently. Again, look at this: tomorrow, briefly, and long. Time adverbs. And now example of adverbs of time, that they are different, right? They are a little bit different, but they express type too. I always go to the beach on weekends. I recently went to the beach, or I will go to the beach tomorrow, or sometimes I go to the beach, or I went to the beach briefly. These ones are more adverbs of time, right? Okay. So in this case, we are going to try to connect this topic with the next topic, that is what? Planning your holidays, okay? Planning your holidays, right? We're going to use the be going to here about planning your holidays, all right? Well, for example here, for planning the holidays, we are going to use the future tense, okay? We are going to use that future tenses, all right? The future tenses, okay? Well, I have three examples. I will travel to Bogota. I am going to travel to Bogota. And I am traveling to Bogota. Okay? What are the differences? Well, the first difference is the probability that this future happens, right? With I will travel with Bogota, we are expressing that maybe yes, maybe no, possibly yes, possibly no, right? Okay? And what happened? We are going to use the expression like perhaps, maybe, suddenly, all right? Okay? So we say, I will travel to Bogota. I will possibly travel to Bogota. I perhaps will travel to Bogota. We are not sure about it. If I use, I'm going to travel to Bogota, it's because I have a plan, because I have an intention, a clear intention. Okay? So I say, for example, well, guys, this summer, I am going to travel to Bogota. That means that you have the permission of your boss, that you have the tickets, that you have everything prepared, but something can happen, right? But it's more sure than using the will. With I am traveling to Bogota, we are using the present continuous, and here we are expressing a sure future. Okay, that means that it's going to happen in a short period of time. I am traveling to Bogota, for example, I'm traveling to Bogota in 2 hours. Or I'm traveling to Bogota at 3 p.m., right? It is showing, this sentence shows, okay, that you are sure that it's going to happen because it happens in a specific time, in a specific moment, in a specific hour, all right? Okay, all right, that's what. Now, with we have other uses. For example, for spot decisions. What is a spot decision? A decision taken in the moment of speaking, all right? A decision taken in the moment of speaking, okay? For example, in a restaurant, you look the menu in a restaurant and you say, okay, guys, I I will have a hamburger. So you check the menu and you make your decision, right? Okay. For making promises. For example, guys, if you do all the exercises today, I promise that I will buy an ice cream to you. All right. So that means that I'm making a promise. Or for example, guys, if you don't do all the exercise, if you don't do all the exercise, I will notice, I will, I will certify the coordinator, right? Okay, you got it? Okay, now look at this. And also for making predictions, but look at here, making predictions without evidences, without evidences, all right? For example, I don't know, guys, I think that in 10 years, robots will control humanity, all right? Maybe in 10 years, robots will control humanity, robots will control humanity, right? Okay, we are not sure about it, but maybe yes, maybe no, possibly yes, possibly no, all right? Well, and for facts, I know that this one is a little bit like contradictory about the other ones, but what happened? Yes, we use it for facts. For example, guys, for example, I don't know, let's imagine this. Uh, Next year, I will turn 35. So that is a fact. That is a fact that I can change, that I can change it. Or for example, tomorrow will be Saturday. I can change that. It's going to happen. I can change it. Okay, okay, all right. Well, now look at this other one. Be going to has another alternative uses. For example, for plans and intentions. Plans and intentions, right? Plans and intentions. Okay. What plans and intentions, guys? What plans and intentions? For example, a trip, I don't know, a date when you want to go, for example, to the cinema, all right, etc., etc. Para plan. For example, hey teacher, what are you going to do next weekend? Well, I am going to travel to Medellin, okay? So that is a plan. That is my plan, okay? All right. Well, now, also we have it here for making prediction, but in this case, based on evidences. For example, you see that the sky is gray. The color is gray. So you say, ah, no, it's going to rain. So you watch the evidence and make the prediction, okay? Right. Okay, so it's a prediction based on evidences. And then we have the last one, that is the present continuous for arrangements in the future. Well, what is an arrangement? It's basically an agended bucket thing. So you need a specific hour and a specific day, okay? For example, tomorrow I am having, I am going to the dentist. That means that I have a specific hour. For example, I know I am having dinner with my family at 10. 10 p.m. what 10 a.m. It depends on your plan. You are going to have that plan, right? So it's agended, it's booked, it has a specific time. Okay. All right, guys. So remember these differences. These differences are indispensable. They are indispensable for talking about the future. All right. So don't forget it, how to use it. Well, let's continue, guys. Now we are going to do a listening exercise. So what are we going to do, guys? The idea, we know now how to use the future tenses, right? But the idea, guys, is now that you tell me what are Lily plans, Tyler, and AV plans, all right? Okay, that's the idea. But you are going to report those answers using the be going to and the will, okay? So I want you to hold attention here, okay? All right? 1, 2,
Units 5 to 6. Progress check. Page 42. Exercise 1. Listening. What are your plans? Part A. Listen to Lily, Tyler, and Abby describe their summer plans. What is each person going to do? 1. Lily.
So what are you planning to do on your vacation, Lily? Oh, I'm gonna do something relaxing this year. Last year, I went whitewater rafting and mountain climbing.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was fun, but I was exhausted at the end. I think this year, I'll just go to the beach and maybe go snorkeling.
You should go to Holbox Island in Mexico. I hear the water is amazing.
2. Tyler.
What are your plans for the summer, Tyler?
Oh, I'd love to go lie on a beach somewhere, but I need to save some money for school. I think I'll stay home and get a job.
That doesn't sound like much fun.
Oh, it won't be so bad. Some of my friends are going to work this summer too, so we'll have a good time on the weekends.
3. Abby.
Have you planned anything for the summer, Abby?
Yeah. I'm gonna work the first month and save some money. Then I'm going to Thailand to visit my sister. She's working in Bangkok. She says it's really interesting there, so I want to see what it's like. I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, so did you get it? If you didn't, let's do a repetition, okay? Don't worry, the idea is that you get it. So try to, if you're watching this recording, try to uh, listen to it again and try to take notes, okay? Here we go. 1, 2,
Units
and 3.
5 to 6. Progress check. Page 42. Exercise 1. Listening. What are your plans? Part A. Listen to Lily, Tyler, and Abby describe their summer plans. What is each person going to do? 1. Lily.
So, what are you planning to do on your vacation, Lily?
Oh, I'm gonna do something relaxing this year. Last year, I went whitewater rafting and mountain climbing.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was fun, but I was exhausted at the end. I think this year, I'll just go to the beach and maybe go snorkeling.
You should go to Holbox Island in Mexico. I hear the water is amazing.
2. Tyler.
What are your plans for the summer, Tyler?
Oh, I'd love to go lie on a beach somewhere, but I need to save some money for school. I think I'll stay home and get a job.
That doesn't sound like much fun.
Oh, it won't be so bad. Some of my friends are going to work this summer too, so we'll have a good time on the weekends.
3. Abby.
Have you planned anything for the summer, Abby?
Yeah. I'm gonna work the first month and save some money. Then I'm going to Thailand to visit my sister. She's working in Bangkok. She says it's really interesting there, so I want to see what it's like. I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, so guys, great job. Remember, take notes and then you let me well, the answers in the forum. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we are going to use the modals for describing necessity and giving suggestions. Okay, all right. What is the idea? The idea, guys, is to take this out, all right? Okay. These models for giving advices, well, guys, for traveling, okay? Well, the first one that we have for describing necessity are these ones: must, need to, have to, and don't have to, okay? All right, well, so, for example, you must is a little bit stronger. More than a necessity, I think it's an obligation, all right? I think it's an obligation, okay? So, need to, for example, you need to be, it's more the necessity, the same as have to and don't have to. For example, with must, that is an obligation. You can say, guys, you must do the checkpoints to be able to continue in the course, right? But you need to take as many classes as you can to improve your level of English, okay? So that is like the difference there. Now, giving suggestion. Giving suggestions is just that. Giving what? Advices. Giving advices. For example, you'd better avoid, you ought to make, you should try, you shouldn't carry, right? Okay? And that is when, guys, you have to start like working out between the differences between the necessities and the suggestions. Well, the one that we have also here is should and shouldn't. Should is that an advice, un debería, and shouldn't, un no debería. For example, guys, study as much as you can, and you shouldn't speak in Spanish during the classes, all right? And how to is basically a should, but really formal, extremely formal. The negative version of ought to is ought not to. For example, you ought not to travel without a passport, all right? It's a recommendation. And you'd better is you'd is the contraction of you had better, and it's like an advice, but a little bit more obligated, right? For example, guys, you'd better study for that quiz if you want to pass, okay? All right, great job. So remember, must, need to, have to, and then have to are used to describe necessity. Meanwhile, you'd better, ought to, should, and shouldn't are used to give suggestions. Okay? Well, and as you can see in these examples, we're going to start giving suggestions to travel. All right? For example, you must have health insurance. Well, if you are going to travel, right? If you are going to travel, you need to be 21 or over if you want to travel alone. You have to get a passport. That's an obligation. If you or a necessity. If you want to travel to some countries, not all the ones required from them. You don't have to get vaccinations. In some areas, it's not necessary to get vaccination to travel, right? Now, if we are giving suggestions, look, that is more like an advice, right? For example, you'd better avoid the stalls on the street. And you ought to make a copy of your passport. You should try some local specialties. And you shouldn't carry a lot of cash. Good job. Okay, take a picture of this because you are going to need it, all right? You are going to need it. Okay, guys. So we have here useful vocabulary too. For example, for clothing, we have clothing. We have what? Hiking boots. What else? Sandals. And a swimming suit. Money. An ATM card. Cash. Money belt. And no more. Health. We have the first aid kits, medication, and vaccination. Documents. For example, a passport, plane tickets, and a travel insurance maybe, well, I don't know. Okay, luggage, a backpack, a carry-on bag. Maybe money valise is considered to as a luggage, right? A suitcase, all right? And no more. Okay, guys, try, guys, to use this vocabulary, all right? For giving advices about traveling, all right? Well, now we are going to do a second listening. Why? Because it's important to improve our listening. So you are going to help me out to listen to an interview with a spokesman from London Visitor Center, and you are going to number the topics she discusses in the correct order from 1 to 4. Money, public transportation, safety, and planning the trip. Okay? Well, here we go. You are gonna let me know, guys, what are the advices? What are the advices that she provides, right? For traveling, okay? Advices for traveling. Okay, okay. You got it? What remember that for giving advices we have you should, you shouldn't, you ought to, and for necessity, you must, you have to, you don't have to, you need to, and you don't need to. Okay? Here we go. Take notes.
Page 34. Exercise 9. Listening. A pleasant trip. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the London Visitors Centre. Number the topics she discusses in the correct order from 1 to 4.
What should people do to make their trip to London pleasant?
Well, don't try to do too much in a short time. That's very important. You should start planning before you get here. You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Is it easy to get around on public transportation?
Oh yes, there are buses, trains, the metro, taxis. There are plenty of options. But you ought to go online and investigate. There are websites that will show you the best route to get where you want to go. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even British visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that people from London are happy to help. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are willing to give directions.
I see. And is London a safe city for tourists?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
Yes, it can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to London, and I'm sure you will too.
Okay, do you want to listen to a repetition? Let's do it, okay? Let's do it. You can do it, guys. Do your best. Here we go.
Page 34. Exercise 9. Listening. A pleasant trip. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the London Visitors Centre. Number the topics she discusses in the correct order from 1 to 4.
What should people do to make their trip to London pleasant?
Well, don't try to do too much in a short time. That's very important. You should start planning before you get here. You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Is it easy to get around on public transportation?
Oh yes, there are buses, trains, the metro, taxis. There are plenty of options. But you ought to go online and investigate. There are websites that will show you the best route to get where you want to go. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even British visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that people from London are happy to help. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are willing to give directions.
I see. And is London a safe city for tourists?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
Yes, it can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to London, and I'm sure you will too.
All right, guys, that's great. Okay, don't forget to take notes and do your best, okay? Well, guys, so sure you did it? Okay, now finally we are going to do an activity to practice, okay, about modals. Modals, okay, about necessity, all right, okay? And the idea is that you try to help me out. Okay? All right? Okay? Well, guys, here we go. You're going to help me out to do it. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we draw on Mondays. Ooh, Mondays. Draw. I don't think so. We don't have to. Yes? Okay, good. All right. I drink coffee every morning. So I don't have to. I have to. Oh, guys, this is more fair. So I think, I think you should. But they say you shouldn't. No, guys. Okay. You don't have to touch, I think. Oh, you mustn't? Mustn't because it's prohibited. Yes. Okay. What about so? You tell your friends how you feel. You should. I think you should. Okay. But this is more personal, guys. Okay, you be so near. Okay, you shouldn't, maybe. It's an advice. Okay. Okay, I think I don't have to because you have a lot. Let's check. No! You must buy a new jacket. All right, I lost. Okay, guys, as you can see, I can fail too. Well, guys, so finally, we are going to do an activity here. That is this one. Talk about your next vacations and provide some advices in order to have a nice time. Okay, let's do it together. So, for example, in my next vacations, I am going to travel to Bogota to visit my family. I am living in Itagüí, Antioquia. So I'm planning to go there. We are traveling on the 25th of December. And well, I hope we will gather together with all the family. So I hope to get it. Well, some advices. I'm going to travel on the road by car. So you must have checked all the mechanics of the car. You must have an A-first kit and you must have tools and you don't have to, well, you don't have to take too many things on belongings in the car because it becomes heavy. And you should pack some first aid things like packet things to eat for the kids, right? Okay, guys, good job. How was it? Difficult or simple, guys? You let me know. Difficult or simple? Okay. Well, guys, you did a really great job. Don't forget to practice. Don't forget to practice, okay? Guys, have a nice, nice night, okay? Hope to see you soon. Bye. Practice, guys. Okay.